What is going on, guys? It's KField here. Welcome back to some more F1 2012 and our Legend Career Mode. We're now in Season 2. We're at Sepang, Malaysia for Round 2 of our fictional 2013. Well, no, it will be 2014 F1 season. 2013 we were with Force India. If you didn't watch our first season, we took a championship win for Force India, their first ever, and they were quite ecstatic. But unfortunately for them, we had to leave the team. We got a better offer from Lotus, and we are alongside Kimi Räikkönen as Lotus's number 2 driver. But I have a feeling we'll get promoted to equal status soon enough. We finished 4th in Melbourne. Kimi, of course, won the race, as he did in real life this year in 2013. Quite happy to see that, actually. Just that little bit of realism that, the added realism that spices things up a little bit, makes it better. Did some experimenting with this setup. Lowered his front spring, pretty soft there. But we're going to be using a lot of curbs here, and I want to kind of keep the car as balanced as I can. I don't want to have the back end of the car squatting down too much because of a softer spring. And as far as gearing, I had to make a sacrifice here, and I went with slightly taller gears for qualifying, and it paid off. We ended up getting... we have really good straight line speed, and we ended up qualifying 3rd on the grid. Vettel on the pole, Rosberg in the Mercedes, and 2nd spot on the grid, of course. And Lewis Hamilton had a bad qualifying session, all the way back down in 9th. And yeah, fastest in practice was Lewis. I just did the R&D. We got some new brakes put on the car, new efficient brakes, 5% more efficiency. That's good. If we can get away with a little bit later braking, it could help for overtaking. Q1, Fernando Alonso was the quickest, set a smoking lap on the prime tire. We can only run a 1:45.3, faster than our teammate Kimi. Q2, same story. We were faster than Kimi, but Vettel took the fastest time. And Q3, I don't know why it's not showing me that. That's weird, actually. Must be a bug with one of the mods I have. I don't know. Sorry, guys. I'm not so hyped up and full of energy, because this is kind of early in the morning to record a video. But I felt like doing it, and I had nothing else to do, and I wanted to race, so I'm going to record. Let's get out to the track, though. Wearing a new helmet. You guys can see this helmet visor mod. I'm not going to race in it, though, because it gets dirty, and you constantly have to press, I had to press N on my keyboard. It's like a visor tear off, and it makes it clean again. So I got stuck behind another car. It gets harder to see, and it limits the screen visibility. It might be cool for a realistic standpoint, but for spectating and viewing, I can't see it being that good. But I will go to a cockpit cam, this one. Getting a great start, spinning my tires all the way. Here's where that great straight line speed is going to pay off in our car. And it looks like Rosberg has spun behind us. Wait a second. I was just given a penalty. Oh, I had no contact. I guess I made contact with him. That's not fair. I didn't even feel it in my wheel. Oh no, I was holding my line. I may have came down a little bit. But where else could I have went? I had no idea he was that close to me. I didn't know we were 3 abreast, and he had understeer there. He came up into my side pod, and it kind of held my line through there. He should have thought better of it. I took pretty much a gradual line through the corner. I really hadn't even started to turn down yet, and I think he should have thought better of that and backed out. Why would I? I had the highest line of the track at the time. Vettel looked like he had the bottom. Just is that Rosberg or is that Hamilton? That's Rosberg, I think, but he's got Hamilton's number on his car. It's got to be a bug. I got to look into that. Rosberg should have the number 9 on his car, I think, right? Oh well, must be a little bug issue. Maybe it is Hamilton. But I am gonna restart. I don't want to get a penalty right off the start of the race like that. Especially when it's not really my fault and it's the fault of the Codemaster's screwy penalty system. Rosberg getting a very good start that time. But we are going to come away with the number 1 spot, of course. And my gear pedals are doing that stupid bug again. Now I hate having to do flashbacks. We went over this, we talked about it in our first race this year at Melbourne. I said I really wasn't going to do flashbacks unless I took somebody out, and I didn't really mean to, and it was just, you know, an incident where it couldn't be helped, and that, I think that kind of falls into that. A lot of times with these mods, the AI gets so aggressive that they get themselves in a situation where they lose downforce because they get so close to you, and they really push you into a position where you got nowhere else to go, and they end up spinning themselves out. I've seen it a lot at tracks with fast corners, Monza, Spain. Seen it happen quite a bit. Massa and Vettel going side by side down into the final corner. And it looks like Massa going to come away with number 2 spot, taking it from Vettel. Kind of surprising there. Looks like the Ferrari's got some pretty good pace today. And I am not the best racer here at Malaysia. Just not one of my best tracks. I very rarely practice here. I never race here unless it's for career mode. I just don't like the track that much. It's got some pretty cool oh wow, I broke too soon. Massa just lost his front wing due to that. And there's nothing I can do about that. I'm trying to be a little bit conservative here in the opening laps of this race. Trying not to use my tires that much. That corner always throws me off every time. It's so hard to see the reference point to turn in. This one too, it's probably one of the hardest corners in the game to take right. You kind of just have to do a lot of braking with the engine. I think Vettel's running rich. Running a little bit wide. It's alright, we'll have good momentum coming off the corner. I might have to go to automatic if this is going to keep up. We're into lap 3, so then we now have DRS. Alright, I'm going to start running a little bit quicker here. I'm going to change views to the TV cam. Vettel and Rosberg going at it back there. I don't think that was me. It might have been, but I'm still setting purple times. And I did cut him off and shut the door pretty aggressively, so maybe it was me. Didn't mean to do that. I barely even touched him. Yep. Rosberg gets the DRS. Gonna deploy all my curves. Clean overtake again. He ran into the back of me, lost the front wing. Completely his fault that time. Nothing I could do. I had to brake for the corner. I squeezed them. I definitely did that. But yeah, he completely ran into the back of me. There was absolutely nothing I could do. Braking for the corner, holding the apex just fine. Bam. He just rode right into the back of me. Just because I took the corner a little bit slower than I could have took it doesn't mean you should run right into me. So the AI is still a little bit wonky in places. There's nothing I can really do about it. It's Codemasters. It's something they're going to have to adjust. You can't mod everything. I am going to switch to automatic though, unfortunately, right now. It's kind of really annoying. The only thing I don't like about automatic is that I can't upshift early. A lot of times, depending if it's raining and I know I don't have grip, coming out of a tight corner, I'll short shift out of first gear to prevent massive wheel spin in wet conditions. And it's you kind of have to do that in a lot of situations. And when you try to do it with automatic, you can manually shift up or down in automatic, but it likes to play Hitler, and it's probably a really poor reference. But it reverts back to the previous gear to where it thinks you should be, and it's not always right. We have really pulled away now on this field. God, I really need to practice here. See, I feel slower with automatic gears. It's just different. It's a whole different feeling. Once you get used to playing manual on this game and being able to downshift just to get the engine brake, the little bit more braking you need without having to get on the brake more, it saves you time. At least it feels like it does. I think that the difference between speed is really minimal between automatic and manual shifting. Still, it's a preference thing, I guess.
You have a 6-second gap over the car behind. 6 seconds.
That corner's so tough. Whoa, almost hitting the DRS board there. I went into that corner really deep, broke it like 50 meters.
faster than the rest.
Paul DeResta in second place. Very nice in the Force India. That's our former car too. Maybe it kept up its pace from last year.
The gap between you and the car behind is currently 7 seconds.
We are really running away from this field now. Just extended our lead another second.
Pit in.
Okay, we're gonna go in now. Get our new set of tires on this car. Go with the hard compound, which is the prime tire for this track, because we're on mediums now, which are the option tire here. I feel like a soft tire would be good for this track. I think it was used in 2012, I could be wrong.
There's enough fuel to run in high mix mode if you feel you need it. Turn fuel to rig.
Okay, we're going to put on the primes now. You're going to see the new orange stripe on the tires for 2013. Thankfully, we don't have any damage from those little bumps we had going on.
Go now.
Yep, there it is, the orange stripe. Very similar looking to the red super soft stripe, but it's orange.
The track is clear. Our data's showing that the car ahead's likely to be running in fuel conservation mode. His times will be slightly slower than normal.
Okay, I want to really get around this track and put in a good lap for my out lap. So far, so good. A little bit of wheel spin there. It's a very hard section. Tires that are not up to temperature yet.
3 seconds.
As you get on the power going uphill. I think this lap will be fine to put us back out in front. Tires are getting up to temperature now. Brakes are a little bit cold. Let's get the front brakes warmed up. Long pit road, so we should come out in front.
Kimmy's in the pits now.
Yes, we do. We're gonna run standard mix again. Now just try to find a rhythm. 6 more laps to go and we get our first victory of the season. It'll be a 1-2 back-to-back races for Lotus. It'll be great, kicking our year off. Looks like Kimmy's come out in second place, 8 seconds behind, with a 2-second gap to him for Alonso. So if we hold this, it'll be a 1-2 finish for us. Like, that's how I would upshift. I would short shift out of first gear there. Normally. Can't do it with automatic though, not to the same effect, unfortunately. I'm saving up to buy a new wheel actually. I'm in the process of saving up for a G27 or Fanatec yet. I haven't looked into it, and I'm wondering if you can use the G27 with the Fanatec load cell pedals. They have these pedals that have load cells in the brakes, I believe, and it makes it feel really stiff and firm as if you were in a real car. And supposedly it gives you such an advantage having that realistic feel to your braking. So I'm going to be looking into those. Finally taking that corner the right way. I haven't watched the deltas. I don't know what the split is right now. Locking up my right front a little bit. Not too much though, thankfully. 9 seconds, so we're upping our gap on our teammate. We're not even in rich mix yet. Running a little bit wide, picking up some grass. Don't have as much grip as I would like to have. At least not on the primes. The car is not favoring them right now. Doesn't feel like it anyway. Okay, 5 more laps to go, this time by. That is such a hard corner to come off of on the full power. You really can't do it even with dry tires on a clear day. Unless you have the perfect setup. You gotta really feather it coming out of there. In fact, a lot of these corners, due to the elevation changes and the inclination, like the angles of corners, you can't really jump on the power quickly here. That's why I've always had a hard time on this track. This corner, because the second apex is completely blind. This is a very tough circuit. This is a really tough hairpin. Come up here. Getting on the power, going uphill into another blind apex. The only thing there to help you gauge the apex is the cone. And then you get this long sweeping right-hander. Again, the apex is blind. Really tough time here. But we're doing well. We're doing really well. I don't know if I've ever won a race in Malaysia. In career mode, I don't think I have. This might be our first victory. I'm going to go up to the rich mix now and run the rest of this race with a high fuel load. Or you know what I got. You know what I mean. On mix 3. Locking up the left front again. A lot of load on that right left front tire right there. That's for sure. But I'm trying to get a feel all over again for the braking. It's a lot different. May not look like it when you're just watching it on YouTube, but it's really different. Especially with the high brake pressure, because the car seems to get a lot more stopping power like when you're in the middle of the braking. I'm not really ever getting on the brakes fully. I do a lot of trail braking, which is what they really do in Formula 1. You want to put your most pressure on the brake when the car has the most downforce. So if you're going really fast into a tight turn, you know, the higher speed you have, the more downforce you're going to have in the front of the car. So that's when you want to get on the brakes the hardest and then gradually release the pressure on the brakes as you approach the corner. Or even when you're in the corner, you want to be slowly lifting on the brakes until you can feel you can get back on the power. Because as you decrease speed, you lose downforce on the front of the car, which, you know, you're reducing, well, the less pressure you have pushing down on the front of the car, the easier it is for you to lock up your brakes. I hope that explains it well enough. I think most people would know that, but it's an acquired skill. A lot of people, it takes time to learn. If you drive go-karts or anything like that in real life, it's something you pick up on. I used to drive go-karts when I was a kid. Did a little bit of it, professional stuff, not too much. Ended up going into dirt biking as I got older. Looking back on it, I probably would have preferred to stick with karting. I'm actually in the process of saving up to buy a shifter kart. I don't know which one yet. I got to do some research. I just know I want one. One that gets up to about 80 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour. Not a lot of whole places to use it. I would have to take it to a track. I would definitely condone using it on the street or anything like that. But they look so much fun. Going wide again. Forgetting to use my curves as well. What am I doing? I'm like in rhythm mode now. Kind of just sitting back. I got a very 5-second gap to Kimmy, so he has closed in on us with only 2 laps to go. I don't think it's got enough time. Alright, let's make these last 2 laps really count. Setting a purple sector 1, that's decent.
So 5 seconds adrift of you. 5.
Alonso has passed their teammates, so will not be a 1 and 2, but he's only half a second away from him, so we will get DRS going down the back straightaway. Can we do it though? That is the question. Coming onto lap traffic now. Don't know who it is. Looks like a Marussia car. It's either Marussia or Toro Rosso. And it's starting to rain as well. Thank God the race is over with. Oh no, going wide. That will let Alonso catch us, but he won't overtake us. Alonso and Kimmy, it's going to be a showdown for the last lap. Oh boy. And I got to take this final corner I'm going to brake early. I'm going to have lack of grip because of the gravel on my tires. They are going to have DRS too. Hopefully they fight it out back there and we can kind of skate away with this victory. Raikkonen closed the gap by 0.3 of a second. He's going to have DRS. And they're going to close right up on me now. I keep locking the front up there. It's just starting to rain, but I want to be extra careful. Because you never know. It could be raining harder on a certain sector of the track. It's one thing Codemasters has done right is the weather system. It can be a little weird at times, but for the most part it works pretty well when it's dynamic. Raikkonen has made the pass on Alonso. Can we hold this out and come home 1 and 2? Can it happen? It'll be us in the podium, that is for sure. We're going to short shift just in case. I'm going to save the rest of my curves for the DRS zone. Second gap though, question is, can I hold it? I might get DRS off this lap car. No, I wouldn't. Is he going to get in the way, though? Please don't get in the way. I'm going to shut the door. Kimmy's going to have nowhere to go. He's going to have DRS. Hold it, Kimmy. We are going to get the win in Sepang. And he does come across the line in second. Wow. Awesome race for us. As the rain's starting to come down now. Pay no attention to it saying Rahman on the side of the car. Not bad lap time. A little bit slow. But we finished in P1. That is awesome for us. Kimmy finished second. He's still going to be in the first place in the points, that's for sure. We'll be close, though. Yep, 6-point gap. And we are running away so far with the Constructors' Championship. So even if we don't win a title this year, if I'm going to be out of the running for a title later on in the season, because we're gonna do some 100% races this season, that's for sure. And I will let those races go as planned. Penalties or no penalties, or incidents or not, those will go as planned no matter what happens. Awesome job today, Mr. James. Awesome stuff, awesome stuff. Really excited with the way that came out. It doesn't get any better than that. Our team principal, Eric Boullier, has got to be ecstatic. But we are heading into China, to Shanghai.
Shanghai in China. The last corner coming up. Don't clip any curbs here because you want to open up this straight.
Beautiful circuit.
And the final burst of curb.
And I can't wait to go there. It's another track I'm not that strong at, but I have won there in the past. We'll see how it goes. And that is all for Malaysia, and we'll see you in Shanghai. So leave a like if you guys enjoyed the video. And as I said, we're going to try to not use flashbacks if we can really get away with it. I really want to try my hardest on to do that. It pisses me off every time I got to press that button because it just takes all the realism out of it. Yeah, so leave a like if you enjoyed it. It'll really mean a lot to me. Be supporting me, help my channel grow. Slowly but surely it has grown. I have noticed a little bit. People filtering, and that's fine with me. I don't care how long it takes because it's a hobby to me. I have no real intentions of, you know, making this a job, a solo job anyway. At least, you know, if I get to a point where there's a good bit of subscribers and channels earning me income, then so be it. But I'm never going to treat it that way. I don't think. I'm happy with what I'm doing currently. So we'll see you next time, guys. Be safe. Have a good one, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.